it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build video. This video is a video from a series that I'm making, which is I get buildings from shows and I transfer them to Sims, and this time, as the title suggests, we're doing the building diner cupcake shop from Two Broke Girls. I'm very excited to do that. It was basically my first thought when I heard about the new pack on what building am I gonna do for the new pack, and this was my first option. So this is what I'm doing, and it took me so little time, which is so exciting because usually when I build builds from shows, it usually takes me more than 10 hours, and this one only took me 5, so yay me! I was so excited when I saw the final time. I was like, really? Did I achieve that? So yeah, that was very exciting. There are a few things that I want to mention about this build. If you do watch the show, you know that the diner is somewhere on Williamsburg, and it is probably, not probably, 90% I guess, on a building, which above of it has apartments. But I could not find anywhere the building, in the show. I found on the German, I think, Wikia for Two Broke Girls a building that looks like it was inspired the building of Two Broke Girls, or from Broke Girls, So yeah, I didn't went based on that, just a bit, because it had few inaccuracies and I preferred to go for what I see basically in the show rather than what I found in a picture. So because this show obviously it is filmed on a set, there are few inaccuracies, which is one of these things that you never realize until you dig a bit deeper to it. So again, the exterior is much smaller than the interior. If I went based on the exterior, which I went, as you are currently seeing, I'm based on the exterior, what I'm building right now. The interior would not fit the toilet and hands managers, if you watch the show, desk, office, whatever. So it had to change, and I made the exterior bigger, which was not ideal, but it doesn't look that bad. We ended up having 5 squares that I didn't know what to do for the exterior, so I tried to make it a bit interesting. So I just want to mention that it is not exactly the same, and the reason why is that the exterior would be extremely big. What else? It was something else too. Let me recall. Oh yeah. Basically where the kitchen is, there is a small angle, I guess, with the walls. I guess around 20% of an angle, and you can see that there are 2 built-in in the wall kitchens, which I couldn't fit because these ones were 2 squares wide. The ones that we have in the game are 3 squares wide, and also we can't make small angle walls. All of them must be 45 or nothing. So couldn't do anything, so I kept the walls straight, and it still looks good. There are a few inaccuracies, but I worked with what I had, as always. So now the apartments above aren't furnished. I created based on the picture that I found out in the Wikia that I was talking before, that there are basically like 2 different buildings, but they might have a conjoined bottom level, so ground level. So I went with that idea of 2 different buildings because I felt like, you don't get to see in the show the rest of the exterior. And if someone doesn't see the show and wants to download it because it is a nice build, I guess, I hope it is very well decorated. I go through very many details when I build these builds, like on extreme amount of details. So, maybe someone would like it and will download it, even if he doesn't watch the TV show. What I was saying? Yeah, so I went with the 2 different buildings aspect, and they are a bit different. The one is more of an industrial type of feel, and the other one is a bit of vault type of feel. But after I was completely done with the bottom, the ground level, base level, whatever you call it, I realized that people cannot enter the apartments that are supposed to be above. I'm like, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So I tried to fit a staircase somewhere. So in case you want to download it and you want to live above the building, you can. And you can enter it. The thing is, in reality, there will be 2 different entrances, one of each building, but I could not do that. So we ended up having only 1 entrance for both of the buildings. So the buildings are kind of conjoined, but then again, kind of separated. What else? Oh yeah, I found pictures online because I've never been to USA. I found pictures online from Williamsburg, and I figured out that all of the buildings have in the front, fire exits, escape exits, with the stairs and stuff. But I didn't really wanted to add them in the front, even though I know that this building is most likely next to another, which makes sense in reality. And on the back of it, there's still again next to another building. So it would not have, windows and greenery and stuff like that. But this is the same, and we cannot really do that. And because, I know this is a stupid reason, but because this building is going to be in the gallery, and in the gallery you cannot change the pictures that people can actually see. Well, you can change them, but they will appear as custom content, and I don't want that. Basically, this building will appear on the side that the fire exits will be, not the back, which I'm currently designing, the previous fire exits. And I felt like, since this is what people are going to see, and first impression basically is everything in the gallery, I decided to add the stairs there. I felt like it made a bit more sense, As for the cupcake shop, here is a cupcake shop, a small, very tiny cupcake shop. And if you watch the previous, this season, the last episode of this season, they are basically remaking and expanding the cupcake shop. But because this is not finished, I could, but I didn't really want to expand it as it was in the final episodes, second to final, something like that. I don't recall, you don't care. Basically, they got apart from the shop next door and they expanded the shop, but we did not get to see the finished product, so I decided to go with how it was most of the time, how it looked, most of the time when they were working there and when they finished changing it before they decide to expand all over. So, to have that in mind. And they have a shopping window, basically, that people can come and grab cupcakes, which in reality makes sense, but in The Sims it doesn't make sense. This is not doable. So I went, so I went with the window, the half walls, and then I tried to cover the top of the half wall because there is no option for us to like create a gap within the wall apart from windows, and that would not really be a gap. So the top basically left open, and I was not happy with that. And I decided to go with a a mirror on both sides, and swat above a little balcony from get together. So it looks kinda weird, but it kinda works because you don't get to see a huge gap. So it does not make sense in reality, but it kinda works in The Sims. So there's that. And I am almost finished with the diner. I just added a few details, and I really love how everything looks like, to be honest. You will see a few screenshots because, as I told you, it only took me 5 hours, and these 5 hours went into building the ground level. On the above levels, even though they are apartments, and I separate them and I made the layout of them, and I added kitchen, the counters and the bathrooms. I decided to not fully furnish them because, well, that would take me forever, and I did not really want that. And also, I could not be bothered, to be completely honest. And also, as I was saying, in reality, if those were apartments that you would go and rent, they will not be fully furnished. Well, you can rent fully furnished apartments, but I don't get who does that, to be honest. I mean, yeah, okay, it might be cheaper, but to sleep in furniture that other people slept in, I don't like that. Yeah, and you don't care. So that is the reason why the apartments are not fully furnished. Just a heads up. Here is the kitchen area. I added 2 stoves in the TV show. It has the stove. They are probably a bit bigger, all the rooms, but again, we had to go and make them a bit smaller for beauty reasons, to make them look good. And it had so many little bottles and stuff that I was like, what am I going to add? It was kind of annoying. I get that with all the builds that I do that are from shows, because they add so many details, and it is so annoying. So, yeah. Also, if you want to download that, as I told you, it will be in the gallery. You can either click the link in the description down below, which will take you to the gallery's website, or you can search my username in the gallery, or you can search the hashtag from show to Sims, which is going to show you all of the rest builds that I've made that are from shows. I think I've done 5 of them? I don't know. It's been a while since I've done one, to be honest, so I don't really remember. I don't know. But anyways, back to what we're doing. Yeah. You can search that and download it. I used a few packs. Obviously, I used Dine Out, Get Together, Get to Work, and Cool Kitchen. I used... What else did I use? I cannot recall, really. I feel like these were the ones that I mostly used. I'm gonna say that these were the ones that I used. So you know what to expect if you do download it. Oh yeah, I used Auto Retreat too for a few stuff, but it's not important. You don't have to have it. And I'm so excited because this is not... I usually do, to be honest, one build from show to Sims a month at the end of the month, but as you can see in your calendars, this is not the end of the month. We are in the first 2 weeks of the month, so that means that there are gonna be more from show to Sims builds. I have planned 2 more Obviously, I haven't built them, but I have them planned in my mind, and the fact that I'm gonna do them, which means this entire month, like the rest of the month, is gonna be full with builds, which is like, yay! And also this Tuesday, I'm going to make a new Let's Play, which basically it's going to be around building. So that's very exciting. So, there's that. I'm excited about it, and it is so sunny out here, and I have to sit inside and film videos, but it's like, well, what can you do, right? But hey, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not a complainer. So here is the cupcake shop, as I told you. To be completely honest with you, it is a cupcake shop, but I'm not sure if it has a stove. I feel like it doesn't. Because it is so small, I don't know, I wasn't completely sure. I feel like they would probably use the diner stove. I don't know. I did not add the stove. I tried to add a cupcake machine just to make it look a bit more realistic and whatnot, just because I feel like it gives this vibe, of a cupcake shop. So I tried to add the cupcake entire thing, but it was way too big to fit in here. So we don't have cupcakes here. We just don't have cupcakes, basically. And there are a few stuff that I basically want to talk about. And yeah. So if you do download that, I completely forgot to tell you before. If you do want to download that from the gallery or from wherever, you can only download it from the gallery. Talking about, I'm sorry, I have so much energy. I ate an energy bar before and I'm like, energy, way too much energy. So I'm all over the place, which is something usual here. If this is your first time, this is something very usual, to be all over the place. So we were talking about the diner, and if you do download the diner, I set it up outfits, which I'm not completely sure if they stay when I upload it to the gallery and when you download it. I am not sure, but I had the ability to set outfits. I was like, what, I'm gonna set outfits. And I tried to set the outfits to match as close as possible to what the characters were. So we have the manager, which is Han, so he doesn't have an outfit. It's your sim, so he can wear whatever he wants. We have the host, which is Earl, and he wears 70s outfits. I don't know my decades and the style of decades. I have no sense of style and style knowledge, so excuse me. We have Oleg, which wears something way too weird, to be honest. I was like, when I was making that, I was like, really? And I'm sorry if you cannot, I don't know what that sound is. I don't know if you can hear it. It's like bang, bang, bang. It feels like someone tripled something, but why can't I hear it? No idea. I wasn't talking about that. Okay. I'm sorry. That's annoying. I'm annoying. I know that. Yeah, and you have the waitress who wear basically, yellow top with a skirt, a red skirt and shoes. We didn't really have outfits to match them. You might be able to see their outfits a bit in the screenshot, in the thumbnail, maybe a bit, I don't know how visible it's going to be. So yeah. And I think we're almost done here. I did few stuff off camera because I totally forgot to do them. Like straight up pro here. We're talking about pro. The things that I did is the restaurant wasn't functional, and I totally forgot about that because I had to add a waitress where the waitress and waiters sit in Sims 4 and how they set it dine out stuff. And I added that inside the kitchen where I added 2 counters next to the fridge because we usually see the girls sitting around there, so I felt like that's a good option to have. And I didn't add something else too, and I did that. Next, what it was, I cannot recall. Let me think. I don't remember. It was something else. What it was? Jeez, I'm so bad at this. I have no idea. I'm sorry. It might flash to me and I'll be like, oh yeah, this is what I added. It is very possible. It is very possible. And here I am making the apartments. They are very, similar because, as I told you, I didn't really want to be bothered doing the apartments. If you want your sim to live there, you can easily stay there, easily. And we're almost done and we'll go into the screenshots in a few moments, which I feel like the screenshots you really get to see how the entire thing came along and it looks like. So here are the screenshots, if you couldn't really tell. Hello, these are the screenshots. Okay, I'm sorry. And yeah, you can see the diner and I took few floor plan pictures. Oh, see here, you can see the changes that I made. In the screenshots, yay. But anyways, I will leave you here and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you will have an amazing day. And yeah, I forgot to mention that if you didn't see the entire video, yeah, I'm a pro again, and you want to download it, there will be a link in the description down below, or you can check the hashtag in the gallery from So to Sims FSDS. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.